boys. Come on, boys.
50 for 1. Looking at this side, Pakistan specialist batting runs up to Salman Agha, and then they do have the all-rounders. Hassan Ali rather low in that list. Got a first-class 100, Hassan Ali. The left-arm spin of Prabhat.
Amount of minutes added, given we came off earlier yesterday, bad light. So this is a nice little period this for Sri Lanka. They should be buoyed by this and hunting up, and you can hear the noise around the bat with all the men on the leg side. I just wonder about Imam PAK at the other end. Hoping he's just had time to calm his farm, given that he had that rash stroke. Just settle in, given his captain's at the other end. Just take some deep breaths. You can see he's walking around at the non-striker and gathering himself. Discipline and just say, hey, Abdullah Shafiq, the first innings of that test they won, rather, the first match, he had to settle in and see if he can get a big one himself.
See, the light has also dipped a bit, so Sri Lanka going with spinners. Don't think the umpires will be too concerned with spin at both ends, but the light is definitely dipped.
Oh, yes.
51 for 1, just 1 run. Ramesh Mendis, that's the line, that's the length. Sri Lanka needs him to be consistent and bowl around that area with the left-hander on strike. Australia should love bowling to left-handers, taking it away from the left-hander, finding the outside edge, just like that.
Spot on, Roche. That's where he wants to be, and they need him here to be consistent, given that Jasuri is doing his thing and got the breakthrough. Can he cause some issues? Yep. So getting closer to that outside edge. Just needed to be a little bit finer. Yeah, again, that's where you want that line, that length, that pace. Keep asking.
An inside edge, but an excellent delivery.
Problem is, over his career, and it's not that long, of course, for Imam, is that that blade comes away from his body, gets done a lot with an inside edge or a little outside edge, but be careful, watchful. Heck of a job to do here, Imam.
Yeah, if you remember the first innings dismissal, that's exactly the point you're making. Such a gap between bat and body, bat and pad. Done by Dhananjay De Silva. Good bowling.
I like it, Rama.
4 out of 5 have been good. Just that previous delivery that was short and wide. Right, was speaking about what Imam's was on that. And you could see that was quite visible, the bat and pad, the gap. Nice loop there by Dhananjay. Single to end the over, 52 for 1. That's on top of the ramparts. They're enjoying themselves. That's quite breezy up there. A nice place. It's a very comfortable place to just relax and settle in.
Slow.
Working within the gap at mid-wicket, only a single.
Not so breezy today, but when you're up on top of the fort, of course, there's always going to be a bit more the exposure. They're all delighted with the technology floating about. Great stuff.
The drone has been amazing.
Oh, good bowling, Machan.
Well, these two are concerned. I know that they've got one eye on the car. You simply can't. One eye on the clock because T's coming. But I noticed in the other one where Imam didn't quite get there and his bat got caught on the pitch just enough. Just straight. I mean, be mindful of your footwork. I keep saying that. My colleagues have been saying that. The batting colleagues here in the commentary box are concerned about use of the feet and getting there to the pitch. So Shafiq didn't quite. That was his undoing.
Just opening the face a little bit, playing it with the turn through extra cover. But there is Rasan hasn't enjoyed now. That's at number 4. I know that number 3 hasn't really given him the type of returns. But at 4, averaging 59. So that's a big step. That's a big move, big decision he's made. Yeah, and it's also about filling in that number 3 position. 57 for 1. I think we got about 5 minutes, so a little over 5 minutes for the tea break. Might be 2 overs at best with the spinners on. 57 for 1. bounce.
You make a fair point, Roche, at last over, that you drop Azarali and then it just changes the balance. Everyone has to step up a position. And play the extra spinner and all-rounder. But certainly, this is not a great length. A little bit more discipline in this Mendes. Inside Needham here, in tandem with Jasuri.
Can't understand what has gone wrong with him here, because he hardly bowled anything off target in the first innings. Again, short and wide. Playing it very late in the gap between slip and that man at cover. That's better. Done on the length, played on the back foot. Just a bit of turn and bounce. So 2 balls ago. On the bounce. Oh, look at that. He knows it was close. Still too short, still too short. Just get him playing on the front foot.
Yeah, we're just on about that, making that point, Roshan. That first test match, he got through a lot of overs, 33, didn't bowl a maiden, 1 for 102, then got his act together, obviously did a bit of work, and ended up with 5 for 47. From 21.1, 6 maidens. Drastic improvement, and clearly needed. So, again, got to try and follow it up here, given that the conditions, okay, he'd like the ball fizzing and spitting a bit more, but it's not, and this is what you've got in front of you, and so you've got to adapt and show us your skills, given we're into day 4 well and truly, and then the likelihood of tomorrow and what will happen. What could possibly happen to this pitch, given more time and a little bit of wear on.
Hitting the back pad. Ramesh Mendes was excited, maybe just outside the off stump. And Dhananjay Silva thinks.
Alexander Arnold